Hey guys, welcome back. Today, as you can see, we're just kind of hanging out here. Um, so I've been doing these snake rack reports now. I think I'm around 90 or so. Um, and it's kind of changed social media for me, really. Um, I decided to do it in a little bit of a simpler way where I'm just shooting it right here on my phone and not putting tons and tons of time into video editing, which is kind of the part that I hated about making social media posts, YouTube posts specifically. Um, and getting up close to 90 here in a row, basically, since I started doing this 5 days a week. Um, it's taught me a lot, but it's also been very tiring. Trying to make sure that I'm getting them put out every day during the week. Getting them uploaded, getting online 8 a.m. to talk to everybody, which I love doing. It's my favorite part of it is really getting on the morning video at 8 a.m. Eastern and talking to everybody, and connecting with everybody, all the viewers and all the people that have bought from me. That's been awesome. But I'm exhausted. It's a lot of work. So I'm going to be taking a break for a couple weeks, I believe. My goal is to try to have videos back up um, starting probably around Labor Day or so. The kids are going back to school. My wife's going back to school in a couple weeks. And I really haven't taken a break from working. So, it's sort of like a mental health break, I guess, from making videos and from kind of going full throttle for quite a few months here. So for next week, I'm going to try my best to get videos out every day. It's still my goal is to finish out next week, get the videos out. But then after that, take a couple weeks break, just kind of get my mind straight again. But I really kind of wanted to take this into a little bit of a talk about stuff people don't really talk about a whole lot and sort of just kind of mental health. Um, I'm not an expert by any means, so please, don't take what I'm saying here as if I'm some sort of physician. But it's important to talk about that stuff. Um, it's important to talk about the ups and downs with people, whether or not it's family or friends or even part of the community, because everybody has them. This journey for me, building this business has been tough. It's been 6 long years of doing this. I basically committed myself after the first year to, so at the very least 4 years, to making this a full time job. And I was well on that path, even, going through having to, kind of rebuild my collection once or twice, retool it, realizing that, producing low end snakes isn't going to do it. It's just going to create more work for me. And luckily, I did do that because then, the market crashing happened, and I wouldn't have been able to sell some of that lower end stuff for much more than a couple bucks here and there, and it wouldn't have sustained anything. Now I'm at the point now where I'm producing a lot of nice stuff, and the market, isn't ready to um, rebound yet. And so, I mean, this was a year where I planned on, having this be a full time job, um, and it's not yet. And it's kind of taken a toll on me because my IT job, the small IT company I had 4 clients going into this year because I wasn't selling it. I was basically planning on that to be kind of ending within a year or two. And my biggest client actually went out of business back in April. I think it was April, May time. And that was probably 40% of my income from that job. So it killed me. So on top of that, and this being, I guess, it's a slower year, I guess, in terms of production for me. It's going to be real, probably back heavy. It's been hard financially this year with what I've been doing, and not having this be a full time job at this point has kind of taken a toll on me mentally. It's been a real struggle, um, financially the last couple months, having to deal with, the change in income. Um, it's just, it's been tough. So I, I want you guys out there to know that, like, it's everybody. It happens to everybody. You're not the only one who's having trouble. Whether it's financially or personally, everybody goes through it, and it's just about life is just about dealing with those highs and lows and taking them as they come, one step at a time. And that's all I'm doing. I'm still doing what I'm doing here. I'm still trying to make the best animals I can. I'm still taking care of them. I'm still taking care of the rodents. It's not changing my business plan here at all. It's just that, it affects, what's going on here does affect the rest of my life, because, when you're not able to live up to what you think you can be or can do, and it's taking longer than you expect it to, it's deflating. I mean, it really does. For lack of a better way to explain it, it kicks you in the balls. If you're a guy, it does. It's been very deflating this year, and I know it really doesn't have anything to do with me personally or what I'm doing. Um, Personally, I've probably kicked it up a notch this year in terms of, how I've presented the brand or the things I've produced. But because of the market sentiment, it's still sort of down. It's not matching up, right? So it's been tough. It's been a long half a year so far, since April, May, June, July. It's only 4 months, a third of a year. Going into August, it's still kind of be like that. Um, Even when good things happen, like my lightning pied clutch and getting 3 females that are lightning pied het clowns, and then I have a second clutch which I was heavily relying on for more income, and then 2 of the babies come out, two without eyes, and the one actually passed away, the one that had no eyes and had sort of a messed up jaw, and they're both lightning pieds. It's like you have to get knocked down when you're at your peak, right? Like, you just can't get a win, and that's kind of what I feel like right now. So I mean, it happens to everybody. I don't like presenting. I don't like this YouTube channel to be negative or sad, because I know a lot of people enjoy seeing the content. Lighthearted. Hey, look at these pretty snakes, and that's what I plan to do with it, and keep doing with it. But every once in a while, I feel like you need to be real. Just to let people know that you're human. Like, human things happen to me too. Not everything's okay. Not everything's perfect all the time. Um, the struggles I go through in here on a daily basis are the same struggles that you guys go through. Um, it's not easy. Life isn't easy, but you take the bad with the good and the good with the bad, and that's how it is. It's just, it's been a long year. I'm ready for some sort of a change to happen. Hopefully, in the next month or 2 or 3, things start to turn around a little bit, and a little more positive starts coming my way. I'm sure a lot of you have had periods of time, or long periods of time, where crap just keeps going wrong, left and right. Like, you just can't seem to catch a break. And I mean, this isn't the worst time of my life, to be honest, but it hasn't been easy. It's been very trying. I'm almost 40 years old, and I expected my IT company to not maintain itself forever, so I've been spending 6 years, building this up to replace that income, and even better that income. And this 2024 was years like, wow. I mean, this is the year, and then the market crashes, and production here is a little lower because of how breeding pairs happened. I mean, I think 12 clutches maybe at this point. We're already halfway through the year, and 3 of them are still in the incubator for another month, and I don't even have anything else that's been laid. So I mean, like, it's slow. I mean, I probably won't have 15, 16 by the time the end of the year comes. And when you're relying on this as your full-time income, it's kind of rough. Now, I'm not producing anything that's junk, so I'm not, breeding anything that's low end. So I mean, that raises the floor a little bit, but it's been tough. It's sucked really the last quarter of a year. Um, so it's I need to kind of take a break and recharge my batteries and stop pulling myself in 20 different directions. You know, between I mean, I lost so much income from that client going out of business that we decided, like, my Maddie was still in daycare, because kindergarten here, of course, is only half a day. So she was still in daycare for half a day every day, and we ended up having to take her out daycare April and May because it was going to save us like $1,000 a month. So like we've had to make decisions like that because of how much losing that money hurt us. Luckily, my wife started tutoring on the side back in February, and that took off. Like, the demand for tutoring was a lot higher than we ever expected. She's a great teacher, so I always expected that she'd excel at it, but we never thought that like she has so many clients now that like she can't do anymore because it's overextending her. Luckily, she was able to pull up the slack, and I'm really appreciative of that. But it still sucks. Like, you don't want to be struggling when you're 40 years old. Um, it's just you're too late in life to still not have financial security, and that's where I'm at, which sucks. And I'm sure a lot of you guys are doing that as well, in that position where you just can't catch a break financially, and life's hard. And hopefully, things start turning around for me and for everybody else out there that's having trouble like that. It sucks. It's just I don't know what else to say. It sucks. It absolutely sucks. So, hopefully, kind of being honest here in this video with you guys, kind of sheds a light on what's going on with me. Hopefully it kind of connects to you a little bit if you're going through the similar things, just to let you know that, hey, it happens to everybody. Everybody goes through this crap, right? Like, everybody goes through these troubles, these ups and these downs, and it's normal. It's part of life. Some people have it worse than others. Some people have it really easy. But everybody has ups and downs. So, well, find somebody to talk to. If you're having trouble and you just need to get something off your chest, find somebody to talk to. So hopefully you guys have a good weekend. Again, I'm going to try to get videos out every day next week, but then we're going to take a break for a couple weeks and hopefully come back refreshed, maybe with a couple more clutches hatching. So we'll see you guys next week.